The objective is to multiply any whole number by a fraction using a tape diagram. What is 3/5 of 35? We must find 3/5 of 35. Let's draw a bar to represent our whole. What is our whole? Right, 35. Our whole is 35. And we're taking 3/5 of 35. How many units should we cut the whole into? Right, 5, because it says 3/5. The denominator tells us that we want fifths. That is, the unit being named by the fraction, 3/5. How do we know to find the value of 1 unit? Right, it'd be 35 divided by 5 gives us the value of 1 unit. 35 divided by 5 is 7. Have we found our answer? No. What we want is we want 3 of those 7s because we're talking about 3/5 of 35. And then so we can multiply the 7 by 3 to get 21. 3/5 of 35 is 21. Aurelia buys 2 dozen roses. Of these, 3/4 are red and the rest are white. How many white roses did she buy? The whole is what? 2 dozen. 2 dozen is 24. So let's draw that out in our tape diagram. How many parts are we going to divide this into? Right, we're going to divide it into fourths. We said that 3/4 of them are red and the rest are white. So we would take 24 and divide it by what? 4 to get 6. 6 of the roses are white. That's our answer. How many are red? It would be 3 times 6, which is 18. Rosie has 17 yards of fabric. She used 1/3 of it to make a quilt. How many yards of fabric did Rosie use for the quilt? It looks like we're taking the fractional part of a number again, where this time we're taking 17, which is the whole, and we're dividing it into 3 parts. And so there's our tape diagram that shows that. And we're going to need to find one unit of that because we're saying how many yards of fabric did Rosie use for the quilt. So we'll take 3 units equals 17. So 1 unit is equal to 17 divided by 3, which equals 17/3, which equals 5 2/3. 3 goes into 17 5 whole times with 2 remaining. So Rosie uses 5 2/3 yards of fabric for the quilt. Here's another problem. 2/3 of a number is 8. What is the number? We know we're talking about thirds. We don't know the whole in this case, but we do know that 2/3 of it, of that number, 2 of those thirds is equal to 8. 1 of those thirds then is equal to what? If 2/3 of blank equals 8, we have 1/3 of blank equaling 4. So each of these is 4. That's 4, 8, and 12. So our number is 12. 2/3 of 12. What is the number? The number is 12. 2/3 of 12 does equal 8. Your turn. Draw a tape diagram to help you solve the problem. fourths for sure. And 3 of those fourths is equal to 15. 3 units equals 15, meaning 1 unit, let's write that out, 3 units equals 15. 1 unit equals 15 divided by 3 equals 5. So each of these is worth 5. 4 units, or 4/4 of the number, would be equal to 5, 10, 15, 20. What is the number? 20. 3/4 of 20 is 15. Tiffany spent 4/7 of her money on a teddy bear. If the teddy bear cost $24, how much money did she have at first? Let's draw a tape diagram to represent the problem. Divide my bar into sevenths. And the whole thing is what it is, that amount of money she had at first is what I'm trying to solve for. She started 4/7 of her money. 4/7 was $24. So 4 units equals 24. 1 unit is equal to 24 divided by 4, which equals 6. And then 7 units, that'd be all of her money, is equal to 7 times 6, which equals $42. She would have had $42 at first.